Hello everyone, my name is Kale Smith and my presentation is on the role of cloud and associated infrastructures. In this presentation, we'll be doing an overview of cloud infrastructure. What is the cloud? How is it used? The different types of services and roles it plays. We'll be looking at the cloud market, who are the big players in it, the market share, industry shares, and the benefits around it. And then we'll follow up with the challenges of it, where most companies struggle with the use of cloud services. Finally, we'll go into the future state of cloud infrastructure, speak about capture and future, and then we'll finish with a question and references. Okay, let's start with the in the clouds overview of what cloud infrastructure looks like. What is cloud and how does it work? Uh, what is cloud? Cloud refers to the context of a network or a remote server hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than a local server or personal computer. Cloud computing allows users to access computing resources such as servers, storage, databases, networking, software, and application on demand over the internet without the need of owning or managing a physical infrastructure. So how does that differ from before the cloud was used? Most companies had an in-house network and servers on site that they would manage with a team. This now gives you the opportunity to have a third party do what they do best and take that service and sell it to you at a lower cost than it would do an in-house. Let's look into the services and role that the software programs offer for businesses. There are four major players, but there are other types of services outside of this, including like a hybrid or multi-cloud function, which we'll speak about shortly after this. Let's talk about the most common one, software as a service. Instead of a user installing an application on their device, software as a service applications are hosted on a cloud server and the user accesses them over the internet. This is the equivalent of renting a house. The landlord maintains the house, but you get to use it as if it's your own. Examples of this are Salesforce, MailChimp, Slack, and NetSuite. The next one is platform as a service. In this model, companies don't pay for the hosted application. Instead, they pay for the things that they need to build their own application. Vendors offer anything from necessary tools of the server base, the technology to build it. So this is just offering the tools to allow companies to build and have a little more ownership of their cloud-based technology. Next one is infrastructure as a service. In this model, companies rent the server space and storage the need for the cloud providers. They use that cloud infrastructure to build their own applications. So again, very close to the platform, but just this a little more without the tools, just offering the space to build it. This is companies like DigitalOcean, Google Compute Engine, and OpenStack. Next one is function as a service. So this is also known as serviceless computing. Breaks cloud application down into even smaller components that only run when they are needed. So an example of this is more SQL-based companies will use programs like Snowflake, which are time-based. So if you're running a report, you can access that cloud-based infrastructure for 12 seconds, and you'll only be charged for that time that you use of the supercomputers, where other ones are used by subscription-based, and it's typically a flat rate. So the benefit for companies that use cloud-based technologies and make them feel like they're on Cloud9 is the overall premise of what cloud is. It's a leverage tool. It allows companies to be more agile and function well within their market to be competitive. So the first thing to start with is the low total cost. The main reason for this is you are outsourcing your heavy lifting of data management, analytics, and storage, and let a company that can do it at a mass scale and offer it at a cheaper rate than you could typically do in-house. Other pieces is the easy implementation. There is no physical installing or management of it, and it typically takes a data dump into their servers, and they'll do the cleanup management and prep to make it fit your business model, which would result in a greater return of investment. The next one is automatic updates. So again, none of the management side of things. You will have the information be ready when needed. Updates typically happen at early AMs when the least amount of traffic is done, and this is typically a easier process and less headache waiting for your IT guys to come in the morning to do this kind of application. Next is the scalability and flexibility. So this does allow your business to grow very easily without investing more in your IT infrastructure, where if it was in-house and outside of the cloud, you'd have to invest in more servers, more maintenance, more electricity to maintain that, where this can scale upward and downward if needed. Finally is security and recovery. The bigger piece of that is the recovery. If there's ever an accident on site where you would lose information due to a fire or damaged servers, IT cloud services offer multiple locations to back up your information to have history on, so you can always access it after things get reset up. Okay, let's look at the big players who offer the cloud-based technology infrastructure to companies. Amazon is one of the largest ones at 31%. Azure is 24%, typically more European and Microsoft company based. Google Clouds has gained a lot of market share, 11%, and then so on and so forth. Just alone in Q4 2023, $73 billion was the market cap in revenue. And here are some examples of cloud users who have adopted it early and seen the success of it. Netflix, Fitbit, GE, Apple, eBay, and Kroger have all had a use of cloud services and have gone to a maturity level that they've seen a lot of success and financial benefit from. The industry share breakout, so the biggest one being file sharing and collaboration. This is Google Drives, this is Dropbox, and this is iCloud. So this is most of the iPhone and data sharing information software that is more usable for phones that are not on one network or infrastructure. Next one is followed by finance. So companies like NetSuite, more of the software as a service, are typically in this realm where they manage it on your information, do all the analytical work, followed by IT services and cloud infrastructure. We spoke briefly about the benefits. Let's dive into some numbers supported by Deloitte studies. This is based on companies using in-house infrastructures for cloud-based versus cloud-based and the results of it. So 48% were more efficient collaboration, 46% improved employee productivity, 50% saw business growth, 50%. So huge piece of that being a lot of opportunity to let your business be more agile and free up your employees and resources to use the resources for more important activities. Faster time to market allows you to use data quicker, analyze, and to launch products. Higher employee satisfaction by 42%. This again taking the mundane work out of your current system, allowing cloud technology to manage and store that for you. 37% were the ability to launch products quicker. So again, this is allowing your resources to be freed up for more important tasks for like product launches and growth. And lastly, 6% saw expansion into new markets. So again, resources are freed up. This allows your business to be more agile and be more effective to seek out profit. Though there is a lot of benefit to cloud infrastructure, there are some challenges and issues that you'll see in the stages of cloud management and the maturity of it. Firstly, multi-cloud environments. So this is the complexity of management of the private piece of the cloud and the public. So e-commerce businesses managing both ends of that. There's a lot of complexities of security management around that is challenging. Another one of those that is the hybrid model. So there are companies that do cloud-based management and they also have in-house infrastructure on site. So those speaking to each other does have challenges with keeping data aligned, and could be issues of data integrity. Secondly is data latency and lag. You're only as good as your internet connection to the cloud server. So if you are not invested well into your network and fiber optics to connect to that server, this does slow down information. There is some lag that could go through and could slow down your decision-making process. Next is lack of knowledge and expertise in-house. Typically, the benefit of having in-house network and IT systems in-house is you have a team that is very familiar with it, that can react quickly to solving the problem, training, and offering solutions. That will typically not be the case anymore with cloud services. You will have to launch a change management program where you'll be teaching your teams how to use the technology, how to troubleshoot, and you have to put tickets into the cloud services that could take a little longer than if it was in-house. Next one is migration. This goes with anything. The changeover process can be challenging, and changing people to the new software and the implementation can be tough for some, and will ultimately make or break some companies. Finally, the dependency. So you now taken the opportunity to use your in-house network and change and evolve. You're now dependent on a cloud-based technology, and it is a little more challenging to go away from cloud-based to another, and it's very expensive to switch. Let's look at the future state of cloud services and infrastructure. Probably no surprise to anyone, the value of cloud technology is a growing market, and it will continue to be. It's going to be the backbone of businesses, and it's going to allow companies to be more agile and effective with data management. So let's look at some numbers of the past, and then we'll kind of speak about estimates from Deloitte in the future for 2025. So in 2020 alone, 61% of businesses migrated their workforce to the cloud. This was actually a main driver of COVID for companies working from remote, so we're kind of forced to do so. 48% of businesses choose to store their most important data on the cloud. So there is getting some confidence of outsourcing that technology management. For future estimates, all these numbers are relevant in 2025. 94% of businesses will be using the cloud services. 67% of businesses' infrastructures will be now cloud-based. 92% of the businesses will have multi-cloud strategy in place in their work. The market growth cap in 2020 was $480 billion. It's projected at 2030 that it could be $1 trillion industry based on the growth projection. I'll end it with my references and question. The question I have for the class is, what is your experience using a cloud-based technology, and do you think it is an end-all solution, and what would the next step of this look like? Is there something past this that could be used? So I do want to thank all of you for listening to my PowerPoint, and I hope you all have a great day.